Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to the first episode in a brand new series here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. You can tell in the background this footage is taken from a stream over on twitch.tv, and of course I'll be streaming multiple games over the upcoming weeks and months over there, so if you don't follow me and you'd like to see this series streamed live, then follow the link in the description to my Twitch channel, and you can do so over there, and of course follow me on Twitter as well to find out when I am streaming and what I'm streaming, etc. But effectively this series is going to be the career mode on Project Cars. I'm going to stream the entire thing and then cut the streams up into chunks, upload them into bite-sized episodes for you here on YouTube, and hopefully you guys will enjoy them. If you do enjoy the episode, then of course feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you're interested in any of my other content, then check the link in the description to my Chesnoid gaming channel as well if you are new here. I do have a separate channel where lots of FIFA and football stuff goes down, so if you're interested in that, then definitely check that link. But for now, I'll leave you with our first event in the Project Cars career mode. Let's drop the session length to no, you know what, 20% should be okay, and we'll leave the difficulty on 65 for now. And we have a practice session, then qualifying, and then the race. So this is our Brands Hatch showdown. We'll start with practice just to get a feel of how the car handles, and because I don't know what car we're driving yet until we actually get into the race itself, or into the session itself. Right, where are we on the list? We are in a rough RGT8, which is a tuned, kind of like an AMG Mercedes. A rough is kind of an outside factory, third-party tuned Porsche, I believe. So we'll go straight in and drive. See, it's quite recognisable as a Porsche, but I've not driven. I've not raced Project Cars in anything other than a normal 125cc car for quite a while, so it's going to be interesting to see how we get on here. I'm just going to have a feel around in this practice session. I won't do too many laps because we want to drive straight into, or jump straight into the qualifying and then the actual racing itself. I just want to get a feel of how this car handles. I will try and stay in cockpit cam as much as I possibly can, so you kind of get a feel of what it's like to drive this car yourselves. As we... Oh, it is the longer track. It is the longer track. I was wrong. It is the actual Grand Prix circuit rather than the short one, which takes you up this hill rather than cutting straight round. And those sun flares look incredible, slightly affecting visibility as we come down under the bridge up towards this long right-hander. I think it's just an ordinary track day rather than an actual event with a certain set amount of, or certain set roster of cars, so there'll be people driving all sorts in this session, I presume. Having a cheeky little bit of a dab on the brakes there, back end stepped on me a little bit. We're going to be playing or racing against other, like the car in front of us is in exactly the same one as us, the rough, the tuned Porsche. I'm not sure what other cars are actually going to be on track with us. I think I saw some Caterhams in the list. Yes, let's go for our first ever qualifying lap on Project Cars, because obviously in the karts it decides the grid position for you. This is going to be the first time we've actually ever had to do a genuine qualifying session. Onto the main straight again. The camber here at Brands Hatch is really strange on this start-finish straight, and then into the first turn as well. It's towards the centre of the track. So you see I'm braking here, and the car just follows the camber of the track down. It pulls you into that apex, which we actually missed by about 1.5 foot, but still. Slam the brakes on to try and turn into the hairpin. Feed the power on. Perhaps went a little bit too early there, forced me a little bit wide, but never mind. Slam the brakes on again to spin into the left-hander. Sector 1 time will come just around this next left-hander, and we'll find out what our Sector 1 time was. I'm still not really too sure what my braking point and turning point is for this long left-hander. Not sure where I should be slamming the anchors on and then turning in, but we did alright there. The first sector time was 38.7, and it's starting to rain as well. Wow, the rain has really come down hard immediately. Look at that. Obviously it's dynamic weather settings on, or there are dynamic weather settings on Project Cars, so I might just get a lap in before the track becomes too wet. We might have to come in for a change of tyres. I'm not sure actually what oh, that's slippery. Not sure whether you actually have wet tyres and dry tyres in track day situations like this, or whether it's just Oh, the rain is coming down. That's just come out of nowhere, an absolute thunderstorm, and it's foggy as well. The fog has landed. I can barely see where I'm going. We are going to head wide here. Please don't invalidate my lap time. It hasn't. Oh, it might do now that we've lost the back end. No, we've managed to hold it, but we're not going to hit our 136. We have hit a 138.9, but the rain is really starting to come down now. And then where are we on the list? We did a 138. A 138.9, so we're currently 16th. We'll skip to the end of the session and see where we qualify. Now, 138.9 was the time, and I think we've stayed 16th. We have, so we are going to start almost slap bang in the middle of the field. And I'm not sure how many laps it is. It's a 3-lap race, so here we go. It's sunshine as well, which helps. Here we go then. Our first race in something that isn't a fidgety, reckless go-kart. Can we get the start right? That's a decent start actually. We've got the jump on the car to our left, so we should be immediately up into 15th. This SLS Mercedes has got a really slow start, so I'm just going to try and jump down the inside of him here. I'm going to slam the brakes on. I want to give him enough space, this SLS, so we don't turn in on him. But we are immediately up to 12th after that start. Whoa, big accident between the Caterham and the McLaren F1. They both went flying off the track to the right hand side. Someone's trying to come up my inside here. The Porsche's gone wide again in front of me. SLS is very slow through these opening stages. I'm just going to try and dive up the inside of him here, and I'm tempted to have a crack at the Porsche here as we go up into this left-hander. I'll slam my brakes on a little bit later. Still not really too sure where my turn and the braking point is for that corner, but we're right behind a Caterham now. We're up into 9th, so we're in the top 10. We're still figuring out what the best difficulty setting is for us in this series. Just notice how some of the cars in front had to brake a lot earlier than the Caterham because it's so much lighter and the brakes are slightly better and it's got race brakes in it. It can brake a lot later than these road cars. So we might not be able to actually out-brake him into one of the turns. My back end has really stepped on me there. We managed to hold it just, but Porsche's still right behind us and the aerial atom next to him. I'm going to try and get myself up a couple more places before the end of this race. If we could put in a good performance in this race, then we might get a couple more invitations to some other events. I'm not sure. After this one, we should be back to into the Supercar Championship. I've not actually driven one of the supercars yet. I've only driven the 125cc's. The supercars are actually 250cc, so they're actually twice as powerful, and they've got giant spoilers on them. I don't know whether any of you will have seen them on YouTube or in any videos you've seen of Project Cars at all. So it'd be quite cool to see your guys' reaction in the chat, to see whoop, kind of cut that a little bit, to see what your reaction is to. I'm going to try and dive up the inside. No, it's too tight, I'm not brave enough. But we might try it. We might try it here if we can get a good run on him. If he doesn't try and take the SLS, we might try and nip up here. We're broken a little bit later. He's gone for the SLS, so we're 3 abreast coming through this corner. I managed to squeeze. Oh, he's still trying to drive into the side of me. I managed to squeeze him wide. Where is he? I'm trying to look for him in my mirrors. Still don't know where he is. But we've got the aerial atom running wide in front of us, so he's going to have lost speed, so we might be able to take. Oh, he's gone for it! Oh wow, that was really reckless driving for me though. I have to apologise to the 2 guys. I went for the move on the aerial atom, and the atom and the red car in between ourselves, the atom and this SLS in front, both went for a move up the inside of the car in front. So there was 3 of us trying to go for the same bit of tarmac, and that just did not work. We have managed to come out in front though, but that wasn't the cleanest of racing, I have to be honest. But we haven't picked up any damage from it, so I guess we can't complain too much. That is the way things go sometimes. It can get a little bit feisty in these track days. And considering it's an invitational and it's not my car, whoa, I don't know what my back end was doing there. Considering it's an invitational and it's not my car, I don't mind throwing it about a bit. Dive down into this first corner. We're up to 6th now. But just didn't quite get around there. The aerial's gone for me. He's on my inside. I'm going to have to be wary of him turning into this hairpin. I think he's just slotted in behind me. Yeah, there he is. You can see him in the rearview mirror. Too busy looking at him though, not on my exit spot. Turn in here, kiss the apex, take the curve. That's the first time we've actually taken that corner properly without having to dive up the inside of another car. Not close enough to the SLS to try and get up the inside of him just yet. We'll drop it a gear, try and burn it up this hill. But the SLS has just got too much straight line speed, I think, for me in this tuned Porsche. Slamming anchors on up here. This is where we hit the aerial atom in the other AMG, or SLS, sorry. Ooh, last lap, my back end's gone again. It's one thing I struggle with in this Porsche. I'm going to have to be careful when I rejoin the track here, because I've got cars all around me. I can feel it vibrating like crazy in my controller, so we have got a little bit of damage, but that's dropped us from 6th back down to 10th. But I'm going to go for this move up the inside, and I've messed it up completely. And then the Caterham's driven into me, and I'm still spinning. That has not gone well at all. Well, we were on course for a top 10 finish, for a 6th place finish. Whoa, a bit of acceleration there out of nowhere, not really too sure what happened there. The frames just kind of sped up. I'm really disappointed with the way this last lap's gone. If I hadn't lost my back end back there, we did stand a chance of getting a 6th place finish, but there are so many cars back here. I'm going to try and take this rough. We might catch another one. Oh, not quite able to catch the aerial atom, I don't think. Wow, failed on that last lap. Really failed on that last lap, but we did finish 20th. We made progress to get up to 6th, but couldn't quite catch those in front of us. But that was the Road TD Brands Showdown Round 1. So there may be more rounds in that. Enrique Barbosa set the fastest lap in every session and won the race, so a clean sweep for him. I'm not sure whether that's a series or just a one-off event. I believe it's just a one-off event, but I might be wrong. We should be now jumping into some supercarts for the next bit.